They said we were savages, deathworlders, dangerous, unstable, uncivilized. So I let him grab my throat, and when I walked away with his collarbone in my hand, they finally understood what restraint actually means. Nexus Prime Academy wasn't just any school. It was the crucible where the elite of the galaxy trained to lead. Located on a neutral space station orbiting a trinary star system, the Academy had educated the brightest minds and strongest warriors from over 140 species. Humans were a new addition to the galactic roster, still under probation by the United Council due to Earth's Death World classification, a term reserved for planets so dangerous that most life forms couldn't survive more than a few hours. I, Jenna Morrison, was one of the first human exchange cadets ever admitted. Earth's seat at the council table was still warm and heavily contested. The aliens viewed us as uncultured brutes, tolerated for our usefulness, but feared for our biology. And I didn't blame them. The Academy emphasized interspecies diplomacy, science, and martial excellence. Every species brought their own style of combat. Tentacle grapples, venom stings, exoskeletal slams. For us humans, it was Krav Maga, judo, boxing, raw, efficient, brutal. Enter Zephyr, a blue-skinned, verace aristocrat with a neck twice the length of mine, eyes like black pearls, and a personality soaked in superiority. He was fast, fluid, and utterly convinced that humans were beneath him, literally and socially. Sparring day. We were paired up. Try not to bruise too easily, Terran, he smirked, drawing a soft chuckle from his clique of scaled, feathered, and carapaced companions. I said nothing. We circled each other in the gravity-neutral arena. The crowd of cadets filled the seats around us. Training drones hovered above, capturing every movement. I could feel the tension, not just the combat kind, but political. Zephyr lunged first. Predictable. I dodged, countered with a low sweep, and tapped his knee. He stumbled, laughed. Then came again, faster. He tried a grapple. I flowed through it. The instructor, a 7-foot arthropod from Argesia, watched with its multiple eyes glinting, analyzing every single move with an intensity that could only be described as otherworldly. Called out forms in universal code. Zephyr was growing frustrated. His arrogance blinded him. Then he snapped. His clawed hand lashed out and wrapped around my throat. The arena gasped. Even the instructor stiffened. This was against protocol, against code, against instinct. But I didn't panic. I smiled. His grip tightened. My vision darkened at the edges, not from lack of air, but from the blood-pumping adrenaline through my limbs. My muscles coiled, trained by gravity 3 times what Nexus Prime simulated. My left hand snapped up, grabbed his wrist. Right foot stepped in. Pivot, leverage, torque! Crack! The sound echoed like thunder. Zephyr shrieked as his shoulder popped free. His collarbone cracked, and I yanked his arm downward with calculated force. My thumb pressed against a nerve junction he didn't know existed. We humans learned anatomy the hard way. When I stepped back, he collapsed to his knees, gasping, one side of his chest visibly sunken. In my hand, I held a fragment of his collarbone, not broken off, but pulled free by connective tissue too weak to handle what Earth-trained humans could do under restraint. The arena was silent. Even the instructor remained motionless. I dropped the fragment at Zephyr's feet. Hours later, I sat in the Academy's tribunal room. A full council broadcast was in session. Zephyr was in medical, sedated, humiliated, alive. There were talks of punishment, suspension, expulsion. Then the footage played. Every angle, every frame. His illegal choke, my perfect form, the flawless control I exhibited, the strength I could have used but didn't. An ambassador from the El Tari Confederacy spoke first. That was not violence. That was mercy. The instructor gave testimony. Miss Morrison exhibited perfect restraint. Had she been hostile, Cadet Zephyr would not be alive. Even the cold-blooded Kyrax commandant nodded. I have trained Deathworlders. None exhibit such discipline. She is not a threat. She is a lesson. In the weeks that followed, things changed. Not all at once, but enough. I wasn't shunned anymore. The other cadets approached me, not with fear, but with curiosity. I was invited to train, to collaborate, even to lead simulations. The term Deathworlder didn't fade, but it shifted. No longer a curse, now a warning, a mark of respect. And Zephyr? He never spoke to me again. But he never grabbed another throat either. They learned that day. Humans aren't dangerous because we lack control. We're dangerous because we do. Next time you hear someone call Earth a death world, don't argue. Just smile. Let them wonder what you're holding back.